Today is day 6 of my 500 trading challenge, and I am ending the day with another red day of $67.75. I started off in the morning with $206.87. Now, while I've managed to keep my max daily stop loss below $100, $67 in loss is quite huge percentage wise compared to the amount I started with, which was just $200. And in the previous video, I did say that I wasn't going to fund my account. Well, it looks like I'm going to have to, because although I could still trade tomorrow and I'll be trading with roughly $130, tomorrow is also the first day of November. What that means is SureTrader is going to charge me with a desktop fee, which I believe is around $120, and that'll be debited out from my trading account. So realistically speaking, I'm back to zero and I've officially blown up my account, which is okay because I'm just going to embrace this failure and just come back stronger than ever. And the only ticker I traded today and had this loss on was PYDS. Although I am not happy with the losses I've had from this stock, I am quite happy with the way I traded it because I took the emotional part out of it, and this time it was all based on technical and I stuck to my risk levels, etc. Basically, today trading was just back testing the new strategy I've been working on, and I shorted this 3 times today. The first time was in 249 with 100 shares and I covered at 270. When I went in this stock, I was looking at the 1 minute chart and also the 5 minute. It looked like it was topping out. And lately, I've noticed a pattern where stock's been having a pop and coming right back down. This was at 11:45, close to noon, so I thought there couldn't be any momentum. Momentum has dried up. It's going to start coming back down. I told myself I'll be risking 20 cents, and that's exactly what I did. Unfortunately, that was quite near the top before it consolidated back down. So what I thought was a possible topping area was actually another bull flag. And as we see here, this big green candle is followed by 4 5 minute red candles, followed up by 2 big green candles. And I thought it was going to top out here as well. So I went in again, reshorted at 260. And I ended up covering at 271 because this time I said I'm going to risk only 10 cents. And that's exactly what I did. After it had its high of 293, I said it surely has to come back now. So I went in for a short at 100 shares at 258. I waited for 2 candles before getting into this one, unlike the previous 2 shorts, in order to confirm that this was actually a downtrend, which in fact was. However, on this trade, I said I'll be risking closer to break even, and 264 unfortunately was about the top of this candle here before it had this big drop all the way down to 240, but I ended up covering to play it safe because I didn't want to see another big run and risk losing another 20 15 cents on this. And that was it. I called it a day. I respected that I had 100 max loss to work with, and I already hit $68, and I said this would be a great time to walk away. So what were the lessons I learned from trading this stock today? Number one was, if I'm going to short a stock that's up big and it's having its run up, I'll look to short it on the 1 minute chart. However, I won't be risking more than break even because if a chart is still strong like this, it could keep going as we saw with PYDS here all the way from 148 to 293. My guess is after people saw it come down from $2 all the way back down to 185, it held support and it had this massive squeeze up to 262 because I believe people were shorting here and perhaps shorts were covering on top of each other, which was also probably the same reason why we saw not one, not two, but almost 3 bull flags here because shorts were covering. So that's the number one lesson I learned from this. I'm going to look to short on a stock that's running up, but I'm going to play it safe by making my break even my stop loss. And number two is, and the second thing I picked up from this was that after I see a big candle like this, I will definitely be looking to short because that is a strong sign that it's downtrending and heading back down. However, after entry, I'll be selling half of my shares taking profits on its way down, and I'll be risking the rest for break even. That way I can lock up my gains. So by taking profits with just half the position, taking it off the table and locking in the gains, I'll be emotionally stable to hold on to the rest of the shares in case I do need to get out for break even. Just to quickly recap, number one is if I short into strength, I'll make break even as my stop loss, my mental stop loss. And number two, after it has its big first 5 minute red candle, I'll take an entry and then take half the shares off the table on its way back down and hold the rest until it reaches my stop loss of break even. That way, I'll be able to have bigger gains on that second half of my position. So that has been it for today. I'll be refunding my account possibly tomorrow, the next day, and I'll be back to trade with $500 starting fresh. And I'll be implementing all the lessons I've learned from making mistakes for the past 6 days. And I've honestly learned a lot. And I think I'll come out as a better trader. Um, and I'll just keep trying this. I'll just keep on trying, keep on trying. One thing I've noticed, what makes a trader successful is that they pour everything they have into it. But that's the one number one thing I've noticed is that all these successful traders are very consistent at what they do. And that's like the only difference between those traders who fail and those traders who make it. And it's time to be honest with myself. I haven't been giving this 100%. I have other things I do during my daytime. I trade for an hour maximum on most days in the morning and I'm done for the day. But I'll be putting in more time the night before in order to prepare and to come up with more strategies and see what works, what doesn't. Create a spreadsheet. I'll be doing all that stuff and I'll bring it here, all here on this YouTube channel on my journey. And I'll show whoever is interested viewing this so that I may help someone out there grow their small account as I'll be doing. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you're interested in watching more. I'll see you guys back here tomorrow.